What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I got my second and final quick hit scouting report video of the day. Sorry that both of these ended up being pretty late, but this one is going to be a double feature between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. I will be doing both of these teams since they played each other. And look, just right off the bat, I'm going to say some things that as a Dolphins fan, we hate to hear because it makes it harder for us in our own division. I actually, I catch heat for being a football fan, a Dolphins fan that likes competition even within my own division. But, it does make it more difficult for the Dolphins to, have success if the other, teams in our division do as well. But I think that both of these teams and fans of these two teams can feel pretty good about what their organizations are doing. I think, the Patriots have a pretty damn good defense. And their offense is being pretty efficient. And I think that Mac Jones is just doing what, he's being told to do. And, they have a solid run game and a good offensive line, et cetera, and decent weapons, right? So I think they're just, he's just doing what he's told to do, and it's working for them, and they're just being efficient. So, and they do stand a solid chance of making it to the playoffs. Going into the season, I had us splitting with the Patriots. They gained a win from me, though, on the season because they ended up beating them in the first game, albeit just barely, and it was ugly. And if I'm keeping it real, there is some chance we may end up still splitting with them, if things keep going on the current trajectory. Now, it's only 2 weeks, but if the Patriots keep going as they are and, keep improving and getting better and becoming efficient and that defense stays good, and if we continue to struggle and our offensive line gets, keeps getting blown up every week, et cetera, well, there is a chance that they could end up beating us at the end of the year. But as of right now, I will leave it as a W on the schedule. We will get to that when we get there. But they are a good team, and they're, a tough team, and I think that they're doing right, by themselves and by their fan base. I think Mac Jones is going to be good for what they want to do in that system. Zach Wilson, him and the Jets today had a very Sunday, whatever, had a very rough day. I mean, he threw 4 interceptions. But as I've said, I think that, first of all, I think the Jets could be sneaky good this season, just to mean that I think that at the end of the year, they may have 5, let's say 5 to 7 wins. I think they could surprise some people in that regard. And I think that they are, building things, properly. I do like Robert Saleh as their coach. I do like Zach Wilson, and even though he had a very rough day, against the Patriots defense, it is a good defense, and he is young, he is a rookie, etc. But I think Jets fans can be, feel good about who they have behind center. And the Jets defense is, I think, building into something good. I think that, they may be another year or two away from it. Same thing with the entire team. But I think over the next couple years, Jets fans can be, excited about what they can expect to be put on the field. So now that I've said that, let's actually get into, because look, at the end of the day, I like to be objective. Right, I want to beat them every time we play them, both of these teams, and I still do have us winning against the Jets in both of the contests. But, I got to keep it real with you guys. So, anyway, let's move on. So, as you can see, the Jets, or the Patriots beat the Jets pretty bad, 25-6, although it was mostly field goals on both sides of the field. But that puts the Patriots at 1-1 and the Jets now 0-2. So there's a 3-way tie for first place with us, the Patriots, and the Bills. Now that we're all 1-1, and the Jets sit firmly at the bottom at 0-2 for right now. So let's get a little bit more in detail. Let's take a look at the team stats. So New England had 260 total yards. The Jets had 336. New England had a $159 through the air, with the Jets doing 184 through the air. Let's see. New England had 101 rushing. The Jets had 152. 4.6 yards per play for New England with 4.9 for the Jets. Obviously, we already know the score. No fumbles. by other team, but Zach Wilson obviously did throw the 4 interceptions. Like I said, it was a rough day. 3 sacks for New England, 4 sacks for the Jets, sacks allowed. So New England got 4 sacks, the Jets got 3 sacks, that's sacks allowed. Third down efficiency, the Patriots were only 25% and the Jets were only 38%. Like I said, as of right now, I still do have this as 3 wins on our schedule. So twice against the Jets and once against the Patriots. But I think the Patriots could prove to be a tougher challenge down the road, potentially, than we would like them to be. New England had the ball for 27-52, while the Jets had it for 32-08. New England had 6 penalties. The Jets had 8. All right, now let's take a look at how the Jets did overall. Let's see, why? I don't know why it does this sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't tell me who. I'm gonna pull this. Like I'm gonna go through this, but I'm gonna try and pull it up on my phone. And if that doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to pull it up on. Just pull it up, Google it, because for some reason it does this. But look, you see, it doesn't have the quarterback. It doesn't have Zach Wilson. It doesn't have his stats. I don't know why that is, but it's a funky thing and it happens. So if you bear with me, I am going to try and pull this up. But let's see. Michael Carter led the way, though, in rushing. 11 rushes, 59 yards, and a 5.4. Ty Johnson. And these guys, man, they look pretty damn good. I think that there is a chance that these guys... Yeah, I mean, it's not here on my phone, so I'm going to have to pop it up. But I will just search that in a second. Let me go through this, finish this. But these guys look good, man. And I think they could be, a solid duo. Michael Carter and Ty Johnson for the Jets. Ty Johnson was 12 for 50 and a 4.2. Okay, real quick. I'm actually just going to, let's see, Zach Wilson. I wish this wasn't the case, but okay, so as you can see here, against the Patriots, 57.6, 210 yards, 4 interceptions, 37 passer rating. So, it is what it is. Like I said, he had a rough day. Wish I didn't have to do all that. Wish it just would have been here, but it is what it is. Anyway, so receiving, Braxton Berrios was 7 of 11, 73 yards. Elijah Moore, 4-6, 47. Jeff Smith, 1 of 2, 35. Michael Carter, 2 of 3, 29. Ryan Griffin, 2 of 2. For 10. I think Denzel Mims is even out. They have sustained, a few injuries too, from what I know, the Jets, including Denzel Mims, I think, Mekhi Becton. So, injury bug. I'll scroll down a little bit. But yeah, man, I think this Jets team is, heading in the right direction. As a Dolphins fan, that's unfortunate, but, hey, it is what it is, man. And like I said, I actually personally, I would... Look, do I want to beat the Patriots and the Jets and the Bills every time we play them? Of course. Do I want to win the division every year? Of course. But, I'm not going to hate on having competitive games even against my rivals. So, let's see. Mac Jones was 22 of 30 for 186. Didn't throw a touchdown or an interception. Like I said, they pretty much kicked a bunch of field goals. They did have 1 touchdown, but it was or 2 touchdowns, but they were rushing touchdowns. Damian Harris had 16 rushes for 62 yards and a touchdown and a 3.9. James White, 5 rushes, 20 yards, 1 touchdown and 4 average. And then Kendrick Bourne had 1 rush for 16 yards. Receiving, James White was 6 of 6 for 45. Hunter Henry, 2 of 4 for 42. Jacoby Myers, 4 of 6 for 38. Jonnu Smith, 4 of 5 for 28. Nelson Aguilar, 3 of 3 for 21. And Kendrick Bourne, 2 of 3 for 10. And just take a quick scroll down here so you can see all of this stuff. If you so choose, you can pause to take a look at defensive statistics or in the kicking game. All right, and then let's see. After that, of course, we know comes the league standings. So the Jets will be here on the left. The Patriots will be here on the right. So in total yards, the Jets have 588 on the season. That puts them at 25th. They are 294 per game, also 25th. For the Patriots, they have 653 on the total on the season in total, which has them at 22nd. 326.5 per game, which is also 22nd. In passing, total yards, the Jets have 468. That's 22nd there. The Patriots, 467. That has them at 23rd. Per game, it's 234 for the Jets, which is 22nd. 233.5 which is 23rd for the Patriots. Total rushing, the Jets have 197 on the year, which is 21st. 226 for the Patriots, which is 13th. Rushing yards per game is 98.5 for the Jets, which is 21st. And 113 for the Patriots, which is 13th. Total points, the Jets only have 20 on the season, which is 31st. The only team that's behind them, unfortunately, is us. And the Patriots have 41 on the season, which is 22nd. 10 per game for the Jets, also 31st. And 20.5 for the Patriots, also 22nd. So defensively, the Jets have been giving up 320.5 yards per game for their first 2 games, which is 9th in the league. The Patriots are 297.5, which is 5th. And like I said, so far, both of these defenses are actually looking pretty good this season. I think I gotta say, the Jets defense, as long as these guys stay healthy, they could be pretty solid throughout the year. But anyway, so passing yards per game, 232.5, which is 10th in the league for the Jets, and 206, which is 7th in the league for the Patriots. Rushing yards per game, the Jets are 106, which is 12th. The Patriots 113, which is 14th. Points per game, 22 for the Jets, which is 12th. 11.5, which is 3rd for the Patriots. Takeaways, the Jets have 1, which is 27th. 5 for the Patriots, which is 2nd. Interceptions, the Jets don't have any, which is, it's tied. Obviously, again, with some of these defensive statistics, there's a lot of, jumbling, so it's just kind of where they fell on the list. But they're tied with a bunch of teams with 0. The Patriots are first in the league currently with interceptions with 5. Fumbles, the Jets have 1, which has them at 18th. The Patriots have 0, which has them at 26th. Sacks, the Jets have 4, which is 19th. The Patriots have 6, which is 7th. Passes defense, Jets have 3, which is 31st, and the Patriots have 11, which is 6th. And of course, as I always do, here is a look at the offense and the defensive league standings for the Miami Dolphins. All right, and with that, I am going to get out of here. I hope you guys appreciate my perspective. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Share my channel and videos with your friends and family. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comment section. Of course, as always, follow me on Twitter at Dillon Tartaro. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Fins up.